It's Billy. Right now. Yo, what if I got attacked by the clones? What if the builder think they found a better stone? What if the beat don't match with the metronome? What if that means you walk your path alone? Call me a vagabond. If all these streets leading to Rome, then wherever I lay is my home. It's Brooklyn, boy strong. I manifest, I'm in the zone. Y'all silly better back up off my throne. What if the builder think they boy nice, better give him his propers. How we come out sane from all the mosh pits. How we found the key to the game without a locksmith. How we seem to manage these lames is so obnoxious. He let it flow from the brain, trusting the process. A vet journeyman on multiple rosters. If I want it, I go out and get it and cop it. A monster with limitless options. Man, like goddamn, y'all gon' soon figure out who I am. We stay cooking, y'all used to that spam. Western beef, I might square up at the square dance. Look, I change plans, not even a southpaw, I'm an outlaw with a rare stance. Your team never had a fair chance. I kill a whole bear with my bare hands. Oh, they studied the dark? Well, I was raised in it. Brain shifted, the kid displayed insane physics. Best story never told, and it ain't finished. How we handled a rock, spun and kept the same pivot. I frame different, hot like a flame kitchen. A whole 2 levels out of your range gifted.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Or right at the top of your Bay wish list. It's Billy. Right now.
Yo.
It's Billy.
What up? Welcome to the season finale, season 1 finale. Oh yeah. Hold on. I'm trying to incorporate this more, yo. Season 1 finale. Yep. Thanks everybody. Everybody out here watching today. So today I just wanted to catch up and do a recap and say what's up. I think I missed a week, at least a week, maybe 2 weeks. You know, Sheba and I have been traveling. Let me take these glasses off because the glare on the joint isn't going so well. Season 1 episode finale, episode 59. By the way, really proud of that. Can't believe we hit 59 episodes. Are you kidding me? Been doing this, interviews and conversations and trying to share the stuff that's in my head and share it with you guys. Thanks so much everybody who's been around on the journey and has been watching. Big shout out to everyone who's ever tuned in, people who've commented and interacted in the chat, and definitely as well like guests that we've had on and that I've interviewed and talked with. You know, the conversations I've been able to have, really proud of them, feeling really good. And just decided to, you know what, maybe do something new, maybe go in a different direction. I always want to keep this platform open and available, and I think it's going to continue to grow where I can just kind of get on and say something that I feel needs to be said, and so I'll keep that going. But you know, who knows, maybe I'll be able to change the look and feel of it, have some new formats or whatever, maybe be more topical. And I know it's August, and so I had this second where I was like, we'll just keep going and do that at the top of the year or something. I'm like, why? You know, let's do you can always reset. You know, it's actually a test for me to see if I have that flexibility, or do I kind of go and kind of create a reason to continue to be familiar, you know, to do, or do I push? Why not August? Why not the middle of the week? Why not now, you know? So, that's what we're doing. But yeah, I took a break. I haven't been in here for at least 2 weeks, and it's been a wild 2 weeks. It's been so cool. I don't know if I think I had an interview before, so I didn't talk much about this Canada trip, man. I have a good friend, people who know, friends of the episode. I'm gonna get into that. Friends of the episode will know Jesse. Jesse's a good friend who I had a show called Where Is Now. We would talk about things. Actually, it was a great thing that's in the archive. I have it on my site, and you know, who knows, we might pick it up. But anyway, we went to visit him, and chilled and stayed with him and met his girlfriend and met all these wonderful people in his life. Really cool kind of dude. And it was great to see him again in his space, in his hometown in Montreal. Hit some beaches, had some great food, had multiple concerts. We hit this one concert and it was raining. We got caught in the rain and a thunderstorm. Just, you know, it was a fun time, yeah. And just see how everybody's grown and different, you know. It's pretty cool. Actually, my boy Anthony Field just visited. Anthony Field's a friend from high school. I'm really one of my best friends from, it's not high school, college, from Stony Brook football. And one of the dopest people I know. And he was here visiting. His son was doing some stuff at checking out some different colleges and went to Johns Hopkins, and so he was in the area, and so he came over and we just a very quick kind of thing, got to see his family and his kids again. It was awesome. See Wendelin, shout out to y'all. That just happened like 2 hours ago. Before that though, we went to the Seychelles. In between that and 2 hours ago, went to the Seychelles with Sheba, yo. Boy, best trip I've ever been on. Man, you know, a lot of my little things came out when Sheba and her friends and we all kind of planned this trip, but it was a 10-day trip to the Seychelles. It would be a 14 or an 18-hour flight, and I had all these reasons to kind of be nervous and not want to do a trip and not want to get away from the work. I still gotta do this, you know, coming up with all these things. But no, lucky, so privileged and excited that I got to go down there and experience the Seychelles. And we got to experience, so we got the hookup because our friend Max is dating a lovely lady named Sophia, and we went to her mom. So Sophia's mom lives over there, and it was nuts. It was crazy. We got the best experience. We stayed with the mom for like, I'm trying not to say her name now. We stayed with the mom for like the first 5 days, and then we stayed at like this little villa thing the next 5. It was bananas, yo. From the first, so you take a flight to Ethiopia, then you gotta take a flight over the Seychelles, which is a kind of an archipelago, several islands, and so you go to the mainland one, and then you take a very tiny plane, seats like 8 to 15 people, and you fly down there to a separate island, one of the many islands that's been developed. So it's like 3 main islands, and we get picked up at the airport. This older gentleman walks up, is like, Billy, and you just recognize me, and it's Sophia's uncle who picks us up, and we go out to this farm where Sophie and the family lives, just a couple of minutes from the airport, like 5 minutes drive, and it's just so it's warm. I guess it's hot everywhere, but beautiful. And we hit into this thing, you turn to left and you come out into this farm that sprawls out, and you go to this house, this beautiful little house. There's like 15 cats just all around. They're just generally there, and some dogs and some chickens, a ton of chickens. There were 7 tortoises on this farm. She feeds and nurses and lives with these tortoises. Am I saying that shit right? Tortoises. Like 65 years old, and just these huge turtles. It was nuts. It was out of control. And the food was insane. Either Sophie's mom or some other work chefs and workers in the area would cook, and like it was bananas. The bananas, yo. And I knew this before because I knew this from Guadeloupe, yo. But the bananas we have out here are like made in a lab, okay? The bananas in like the Caribbean And in the Seychelles, they're completely different. They're like thick and they're not long. And when you peel them, they taste sweet, mad sweet. It's a completely different experience. Like, I'm kind of meh on bananas, American bananas. The banana experience here, I give it a 5. And the bananas out there in the Seychelles, 9, 10. It's like a top tier fruit. Okay? Typically top tier fruits we're talking mangoes, we're talking grapes, we're talking pineapples. We're not talking bananas. I don't really like bananas in anything, typically. But I can endure it. Potassium, I did all that with football and stuff. But it was crazy experience. So the first 5 days of that, got to meet Soph and then her sister Elle and friends, and Max came out, and Max's brother Russ and his girlfriend. It was nuts. It was a great experience. Every morning we just got up and we got a personal, like they had cars. She had cars rented for us, and we could go around, and they knew the spots. So we would go to different restaurants. We'd go to different beaches, little tucked away areas, and we did a little bit of the touristy stuff too. We got to see this kind of reserve, this very untouched area that is reserved and well protected. Preserved is the word, I think. It was dope. And again, the beaches were fantastic. Beaches were nuts. I got my earrings popped out. So right now I actually need to go and get bigger ones. I'm a bigger gauge than this, but the earrings came out, and then I had to put buttons in there to keep them open. And now they're at this size. These are the other ones that I had, which are smaller. And I don't know the actual numbers on my joints yet, but the way these things kind of close up pretty quick, so I just want to keep them open. Oh, snap. We got comments. Oh, there's no volumes? Okay, looks like that worked out. All right, here we go. So Shiva says, what's the favorite part about the Seychelles trip? The favorite part was... actually, let me see if I get these questions first. You were amazing and so fun to travel with. Yes, baby, you were too. Many more of that. Natty said no volume, but it seems like that works out. She says, oh, I can hear you okay. Where was this trip? This man just archipelago, great word. The Seychelles. Natty's not familiar with that country. Where is it located? East Africa. Yes, quite an experience, yo. So one of the we're gonna get to the favorite part. Another member of the family had this beautiful house that was like in the mountain, and it just oversaw the entire island. It was way up, and it had these platforms and a pool out in the patio. That no railing on it. Like, actually, somebody could get a little tipsy and have an issue, but no, it was beautiful. It was fantastic. The no railing made it even cooler. It's like this is a home, and they left you with this opportunity to just lead off and swing your legs, and like it was nuts. And you could see the whole island, the sun setting in. Great time. A lot of drinks. A lot of chilling, a lot of laughter. Got to know some cool people. We played this game called Fibbage? No. What was the name of that game, yo? It was Wordlets or something. Anyway, yes, Billy, read your comments. Yes. All right, I will, Daddy. Okay? I think my favorite part, man, just because, okay, so my favorite part, so many favorite parts, yo. But after the first 5 days, we did another 5 days at this villa thing, just the kids. And we, the kids, 40 years old. Yeah, it was right on this beach. You walk out into this like ridiculous beach, yo, and we just had beers and a pool, and our, all the 3 couples had our own rooms, and we just come out and just enjoy the sun and walk around and chill. Quiddler was the game. The favorite part, we go to the beach. I'm not a great swimmer, so typically if I'm going to the beach, I'm gonna chill next to the shoreline, yo, because I love the water, but I'm not gonna go deep in there. So, but you walk out, and what they call it, a sandbar, you just keep walking, walking and walking, and I was like, okay, at some point it's gonna do this drop off joint where you can't go further. This is my experience with the beach. Not here, yo. I just keep walking, and then you hit a couple of a rocky stuff, coral, and you just keep walking. We were walking like the length of a football field, 100 yards out, and the water was up to my nipple, yo. Okay, I was like, what? And in fact, like, you could go even further because other dudes kept going. But I was like, all right, I'm going to just chill right here. Okay, this is far enough for me. It was great. It was great. You couldn't even see the shore. You could see the shore. Right, you could see the shore. But it was far away. And it was just beautiful, just being in that water. And they were making fun of me because, you know, in that water I felt comfortable to try to float because I could still, you know, hit the thing. But it was deep enough. It was just an insane thing. It also was like warm, kind of. It was nuts, yo. So that experience was crazy. It was a lot of just had some cool thoughts about water and about the complexity of what water is. And like this experience, the moment, you know, I'd say there was other times, other trips, other things where I would struggle to be in the moment. I didn't struggle. I had maybe my reflexive, I was able to notice my reflexive kind of like concerns about work and thinking about how things I need to do XYZ, and I was able to like flip that off easily because the moment was so obviously drawing me to pay attention to it and to appreciate it. You know, it was fantastic. Quiddler was the game. Yes, so that was dope. Yeah. Natty asks if Sheba is from East Africa. Sheba says, I'm not sure where my people are from, actually. No, she's not from East Africa, but the frequent flyer miles on Ethiopia Airlines were called Sheba. And so Sheba kind of thought that they were going to, like, they thought they would look at her passport and I don't know what, like, just kind of, you know, give her presents or something. But no, Sheba was all over. You see Sheba everywhere, and everyone was very kind of like, they saw her passport, like, okay, Sheba, good go. Have a great day. It's actually out here where it's like, I guess, exotic or whatever. It's a dope name, obviously. A dope, powerful, majestic goddess name. So, though the locals thought we were from the Seychelles. Yeah, people thought we were from the Seychelles. That was funny. Your 41st birthday is coming up in about a month. What are you leaving in 40? And what do you want to cultivate in 41? In about a month, is that correct? Damn, she's not wrong. Birthday is in like 40 days, yeah. Let's see. Man, I feel good that I've taken so many steps towards like a more calm state of mind. I don't think you realize, like I certainly didn't, you don't realize your state of mind. It's hard to when you're in something, it's hard to realize it, right? Think about how that is all the time. So I've taken so many steps through therapy, through, you know, some personal path of self-reflection and effort, through like amazing interactions with you, Sheba, and just in the world and testing myself. A lot of the stuff I've tried to share, I'm not just like sharing stuff on YouTube and on Instagram, fucking around, whatever. I'm actually living this and working. And so to further be free, you know what I'm saying? To further find these interesting ways to get unstuck from the kinds of definitions and kinds of like anxieties that I know I have that like produce, I don't know, it's been a driver for me at one point in my life, and I feel like I'm at this phase here where it's like it's a different ball game. It's time to, you know, step into all kinds of possibilities, you know, and I've been slowly doing it. So 41 is going to be an even more powerful year. I know that. I feel that. It's going to be dope. It's going to be dope. Sheba says the Ethiopians did not care that my name was Sheba. Nope. They were like, please take your seat, man. That's exactly right. Oh, by the way, yo, at the end of this, for people who are, thank you for being on this finale. I have a special treat at the end of this episode. I have some new music, and I'm going to actually spit it live. I'm going to have some fun here and spit it live. And for those who stick around, you'll be able to see that. But yeah, it was kind of weird. You want to talk about, you can't talk about it. Now I got to talk about it. The dude at the end, we were leaving and we're getting on an airplane, and the way it's set up, obviously, you know, we got the aisle seat, you got the window seat, you got the middle seat. And so Sheba and I are sitting next to each other, and there was this girl who was in the third seat with us who wanted to sit with her mom. They had a separate situation. So they were looking and waiting and trying to make it happen, and eventually this guy says, "Oh, okay, I'll do it. I'll switch seats with you so you can sit with your daughter." And so he gets up, and that's not how he talks, by the way. He's actually an Eritrean man. He's an older Eritrean man, very older. Took him a while to get over there, and we were just kind of standing and waiting, but over the course of this thing, this dude had, every time the woman, the stewardess or the servers came and asked what we wanted to drink, I'd be like, orange juice. This man said, "Can I have a bottle of wine?" And they give him a little bottle. It's not a little tiny bottle. It's like a little bottle. It's like a little bottle of red wine. He said, "I'll have a bottle of red wine." 14-hour flight. He had 6 bottles of red wine. He found stewardesses or servers who didn't know that they couldn't tell. And he just started acting up. Sheba was trying to chill. She was in the middle. She's watching her movie and she's on her phone. And the dude just kept trying to talk to Sheba. And I don't even know what he was asking you, babe. And I'm just watching. What was I watching? I was watching something good too. I was like, look, I'm focused, Sheba be too nice. That's Sheba problem. Sheba starts having conversations with him and smiling and stuff. She's got resting nice face and pleasant and come talk to me. I will talk to you. That's her face, And he's whatever. They kept. So I'm trying to give her tips. I kind of bumped her like, Sheba, just focus, just look at the screen in front of you. But he didn't care. Like he would just start a convo with her. And I think he asked her who's crazier, men or women. He actually started a feminist conversation with you, or like he didn't know. He clearly didn't know. But anyway, he's a little nutty. He's clearly nutty, but harmless, it seems at first. But then the woman in front of him pushed her seat back, Just classic. It's her seat. She can do that. Push her seat back. And he hit her. He hit the back of her chair. Bang. And then he was like, "Why is she doing this? What? Why is she doing this?" And I was like, I tried not to look at him. I told you, I said I'm trying not to look at him. But I look over and so she's like, and he hit her again. He hit the back of the chair. And then he wrapped around in between the two chairs and tried to grab her shoulder. He grabbed her shoulder. And that's when I grabbed his arm. Like I had to do something at that point. I was like, yo, you can't do that. I was like, yo, don't touch her. Let her, that's her chair. It was a nutty situation. I just had to share that one. That was nutty. Other than that, it was fun. I think it worked out at the end of the day. It was all laughs. Nutty guy. But the trip was crazy. The trip was absolutely crazy. Let's see, Sheba, do you think there's hope for males? They're just so far behind and seem willfully uncommitted to doing better. There's a lot of hope for males. There's a lot of males out here attempting. When I say a lot, I mean more than we know, Sheba. That's a fact. There are people who are really grappling with this question of what does it mean to be a good human? What does it mean to be a good man? And it's a complex question, and its complexity shows itself in so many ways, right? Of what it means. But unfortunately, like for me, because of my media background, I want to say, this question has been made muddied and worse because there's just a profit motive to be dickheads. There's a capitalist profit motive for conflict, and it's true. And to pick different factions and fracture our understanding of what is, and to work this way, the incentives are right there. In fact, real talk, when I first left CNN and I was talking to a couple of people, trusted people, and saying, what I hoped to do when I left, as I spoke about my experience, friends were like, yo, you got to pick a side, bro. You can't be like Fox News is bad and MSNBC is bad and CNN is bad. You got to pick a side. And that stuff is the problem. You know what I'm saying? But in a way, we need to be aware of that. Like, we're all playing with this kind of like, oh, we have to pick within this framework of nonsense. And something more is always possible. But men are receiving so much stuff. My timeline, yo, I'm surprised. I was forwarding some stuff to Sheba. Like, on my timeline, I get so much stuff telling me to be distrusting of women. How many videos I see of showing like gold digger videos of girls being not interested in a dude and then walking away, but then he goes boop 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 in the car and he's got this Lamborghini, and then she turns around and now she's interested in him. And that, like, this is a genre that's like booming, yo, got lots of views, and that stuff is not small. These guys and the people doing this are having fun, and they're pointing to something. There is the element of the materialism in America, right? But they're telling a story. They're gonna craft a story that says that women are kind of inherently untrustworthy, and that's the story that they want to paint. And a lot of them are able to do this, and people can make big followings this way, from Andrew Tate to Kevin Samuels to the Fresh and Fit crew to lots of other people. So this is powerful propaganda, and I think that makes the problem harder, baby. The question is, can men do better? There's so much confident assholery masqueraded as an attempt to engage with truth, and I felt like that's been a big part of episode 1, is like trying to deal with this question of like what's true and how can we be better, and kind of be better with each other. So I'm surprised how season 1 went, man. I'm actually very pleased with it. It's been like bugging on here, trying to get comfortable and allow it to flow, and it's been great. Let's see here. Sheba says resting nice face is a curse. Natty says, wow. This guy's only 52.32. He made me realize that sometimes black do crack. Let's see. Sheba says there might be more than we know, but I worry it won't be nearly enough of them. Yeah, we gotta keep building, yo. We gotta keep building. We gotta connect, and that's what I try to do. I try to connect. We gotta embody it. Forget connecting and networking and all this other stuff. We gotta embody it ourselves, and that means also being. I was thinking about this today, how like it necessitates an active posture, and you know what I'm saying. It necessitates an acceptance of your ability to make a room different, to make a room uncomfortable. To be, if you're a white guy, be that one white guy who's not cool with the typical calm, jovial sort of undertone of racism that is there, to demonstrate something different. If you're a guy, to challenge those rooms and those spaces where just casually we define women poorly, and all the things that men do as we talk about women. Again, that pull us away from the truth. I've been trying to talk about it and think about it this way. I think it's helpful. Let's see. The only thing interesting about them is access to a car, yet their mad women are only interested in them for their car. How is that untrustworthy? That's the crazy. That's one of the weird things. Even the people I'm seeing, actually, they range. Some of them are kind of charismatic, and it seems they could pull this woman with or without the car. But one of the more popular ones that I get a lot is this dude who's very dry and very kind of like awkward, and he just kind of says a couple of like the same lines in a very weird way, and then but then the car pulls him in. Now, I don't know, a lot of this is probably staged too, but some of it seems real genuine. In either case, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? The point, obviously, there are all kinds of expressions of women in the dating scene or whatever. There's all kinds of expressions. Another thing from season 1, I hope came across. How closely would you say your vision board is aligning with your present reality? Good question, Sheba. Yo, very much so. Very much so. At the start of the year, I did a thing about vision boards, yo, and I think I want to reiterate that, man. That shit is dope. A couple of dudes, in particular, scoffed or was like, "Huh, just this feels kind of a silly thing, a more feminine thing, perhaps." Yo, it's a creative endeavor. It's a construction. It's like writing a poem or writing a rap verse or anything of that kind. What I did was we got, what is it, cardboard? Like a cardboard paper, and then we just get on several magazines and just cut different things out. It's right here. Should I pull this joint down? Yeah, why not? I'm pulling it all. Oh no. Just messed up the wall a little bit. All right. So Sheba did an episode on this and in this way and pulled her joint out, and I remember that was I remember thinking, I never thought about doing it myself, but why not? The next level. There is no right or wrong. Don't overthink it. Be loved. Treat yourself. These are things I needed to kind of tell myself and continue to need to tell myself and remind myself. In the journey, psychologically, whatever you want to call it, spiritually, there's a process of unwinding stories that were developed that were of service at certain points in life. And so for me, something like treat myself is important because I think for years I fetishized and carried out like a persona where like I took pride in work. I took pride in effort. So, and I took pride in being unflappable and being like really being on top of things, striving for something called perfect. And as I say, it was probably very useful and important at some points in life. But at the start of the year, I knew I wanted to approach life differently, and I was comfortable and felt safe enough to know that another approach was possible. And this approach would be one of ease and one where I'm leaning into my best stuff and only my best stuff. And I'm freeing up energy from things that aren't in alignment with that. And it's been nutty. We got Snoop. We got, what's my man's name here? What's my man's name? Idris. Treat yourself, like I said, living longer, better. I've got the best sign of a good person is the ability to laugh at yourself. Another thing, like, I guess coming out of CNN, I felt very, I was so intense about getting stuff right and saying the things I needed to say in the right way. And now I'm just feeling a lot freer. So let's see. Just revisit it. So it's staring you right in your face. Yes. It's bringing, Sheba says, it's bringing stuff into reality by first visualizing it and externalizing it. I think so. So here's what's crazy. This let me see, come here. This villa here, very much like the one I was just in and at. Very much like it, right off the beach there. Yeah, dinners in absurd like locales, check, yes. Creatively, I wanted to push myself. I find Tyler is someone who just powerfully does his thing. And yeah, I appreciated that. So let me put some of that into this. Some laughter, constantly evolving. Booty. I love some lady cheeks. Fantastic. Flowers. Let your light shine. Nap. Wealth. Notice the delights. It says here, what's occurring right now in this moment? Your breath, your heartbeat. For sure. Even this, can y'all see this, like this water being, like we're looking through this like rocky terrain here. That's almost exactly what was going down at the Seychelles. It was fantastic. And I think it's been crazy to kind of more powerfully hone this ability to think about who I want to be, think about the expressions and the concepts and the approach and the experience I want to have, and then to step into it with active intention. With active intention. And the the vision board is just one part of that. I have it here on my wall every single day as I come in here and then work, and I spend a lot of time at this desk working on different things, and I think even subconsciously, because I don't even always consciously look at it, but sometimes I try to. But so crazy, and I'll tell you what, that kind of thing, that kind of consciously visualizing and then stepping into with intention on a daily basis, understanding that time is really the limit, time is the limit, then or time has the limitation. Time is the only place where limitation it really is. So I want to be present, I want to be active. That's been driving all kinds of stuff. It's driving an excellent marriage that I'm in. It's driving a lot of the creative output and things I've been able to do, the stuff I write on my website. If you haven't been to BillyButton.com yet, please check that out. Get over there. Some of the shows I've been working on with Sheba, other projects, Breadlums on its way. It's been a nutty thing, yo, and I feel really lucky and I feel really blessed. And but it's come with a set of challenges and like effort. I'm so grateful for support. That was Bad Bunny. I knew it was Bad Bunny. Yes, Bad Bunny. Let's see here. Natty says, just revisit it, so it's staring you right in your face. Blah, blah. Yes, externalizing it. Well, that trip was a great treat. Yeah, it's the villa. Yeah, man. You know, it also comes with like challenges. Like I just want to say, like this season on this show, the entire process getting here, it also included challenges like with my family, things that I'm not comfortable talking about. I've actively attempted to say I'm gonna get comfortable talking about it here, and I'm going to challenge myself to figure out what makes it uncomfortable. What about the truth can't I accept and organize myself around? I want to organize myself around truth. I don't want to organize myself around an image of something or trying to project something, because it seems to me that there are rooms that you block off when you do that, when you start to do that, and you start to construct some of the challenging things I want to talk about psychologically. But I guess for me, you know, some of the boundaries, I've had issues with my family, my biological family in particular, that I love very much, and trying to orchestrate better patterns of communicating and better ways of showing love to each other and better ways of supporting, you know what I mean? Like, and that was a big thing. So trying to orchestrate, you know, the way I started that sentence, I had to realize that partly was part of the problem. This effort to constantly play that role. It's a role that I'd taken on, you know, and I'd accept it as my own. can't help but get into the dark shit, can't I, huh? It's been really tough to pull myself out of that and out of that role, and to engage with family on new terms. And again, I'm also, married to Sheba. I have this amazing family, an extended family. I have family and friends and all that stuff, and I live an amazing life. And I can't help but to think that some of the stuff I've been able to talk about here, and when we first started on Instagram, delving into my own self, being able to share it and to bring it outside, to talk about it, to analyze it, it's helped me go further. There are things in the episode, like the most recent episodes too, talking about intersectionality and talking about my theories and stuff. Like, no way I would have talked about that just a year prior. A year prior, I thought that was too weird. I was like so externally focused about how people would view these ideas, from religious folk I had in my head that I think about, that I grew up with, to my friends from high school and college who don't think this way, who we talk about football, we talk about things they might not even know that I care about these kinds of issues, or that I have thoughts about them. And all this stuff is in your head. It's keeping you from expressing fully and freely. And I think I have things to express. I'm very glad to have this platform and to be alive at this time, to be able to do this kind of thing and be able to think, oh, let me do an AMA, ask me anything, so, and then to do it, type in a couple things, boom. Now anybody can come on here. Thank you, shout to Natty, my baby, and come on here and we can have a chat. That's fantastic, what a are you kidding me? This is a fantasy. So Sheba says, you're a great family member, really helpful and kind and loving. Thank you, baby. Sheba says, who are you voting for in the election and why? I'm very intrigued by the Cornel West candidacy. It's funny, I called it, by the way, Cornel West, I called it on, was it at the top of this year too? My friend Jeanette Lenoir does a show called E Pluribus America, and she does interviews, and she invited, I think, Sheba and I on for at the top of the year to talk about stuff, and we talked about politics, and I said we were talking about, I think there was another guest on, and he was like, yeah, Joe Biden should be president, I believe in him, and then another dude said something else, I forget, and I was like, you know what, Cornel West, he's just outside of this ridiculous system, obviously. He's a champion for black people, always has been. I really struggle to see when black people dismiss this. It just shows, the power of the Democrat identity, the power of the political party identity, how they've infiltrated us so deeply. And I hope you notice how I answered the question. I didn't say I'm going to vote for Cornel West. I'm very intrigued by his candidacy, and I think we should take a look at him and what he has to say and notice the way he is able to address the challenges in this country, the wars and the social unrest and the media nonsense and the bailouts, bank bailouts, socialism for the rich. There's ways that there's truths about this world that you simply won't hear from anyone at that podium during the Republican debate, because it's all nonsense. It's all goofy, trash nonsense. And you won't hear it from anyone at the Democrat debate either. It's all goofy, trash nonsense. And but it goes on, and we just keep playing, and everybody keeps smiling and showing up, and the dudes with the ties got their ties on, and they're telling stories, and they're real serious, and they know what's going on, and they've got the sensible thing. So there's that. I think we need to do every day the business of being politically upright as like citizens in this country who every day our actions impact each other. And you know, I don't know how you formalize that in a voting system, something like this. Especially every 4 years we do this thing, but we have much more work to do, and I'm really most interested in that conversation. But yeah, I think Cornel West is an interesting candidate. Let's see here. Natty says, you're afraid that somebody out there may know you. However, some people may be able to relate to you. Exactly. That's a great way to put that. That's been cool too. People have been relating. People have been messaging me and checking in. You know, even with the, you know, there's ways that we can be caught up on stuff. If you're a YouTuber, we have these metrics, the views and shit, and you can be caught up in that. I'm so lucky to be, even at this point, free from that. I wouldn't have been able to say that just a few months ago either. I know I'm making fun stuff. I know I'm making creative stuff. I know that I'm making valuable stuff. Perhaps inspiring, perhaps educational, perhaps whatever word you want to call it. I think there's major value in this, and even with, like, you know, my videos are like averaging, like, I don't know, 40 to 50 views, you know, some of these hour-long things like this, and it's just the beginning. It's season 1. It's me fucking around and trying and playing and testing, but people have been messaging, even with the, like I said, average 40, some get 200, 300, whatever. Some get a couple thousand. People have been checking for me, yo, and have been complimenting and asking questions, and grateful for the approach, you know, and I'm grateful for the approach. I'm glad for this opportunity, like I said. Sheba says, wow, honestly, it's so sweet that you're worried about other people, that other people won't be ready for the truths that might set them free. Yeah, you know what? And what a weird. You said it's so sweet. Is it sweet? What is that? You know what I mean? What is that? I don't know. I know it's a difficult thing. I know it's been difficult for me. I know also that there's something about this. I did an interview with my boy Jason Miles from the This Is Revolution podcast, and he was saying how, you know, truth. If the goal is to get the bag, yo, truth isn't always the thing. That's why CNN's like that. That's why Fox News is like that. That's why MSNBC is like that. And Fox News for years was the leader, made buku bucks, profit in the billions. That's after everybody gets paid. After they paid Tucker Carlson his several million, and all these other people that you see, and all the camera people in behind, and all this stuff. So, what was left for them was billions, and it's on that fictitious bullshit static. It's on exploiting the challenge of the human condition. You know what I'm saying? And I'm really glad. I think that this, what we've done so far, and check out Sheba. Sheba Sunday, as well as shout out to Sheba for Sheba Sunday, by the way. And for on Thursdays she does Black Bunny Hole, which is just a dope history lesson from a powerful, intelligent, beautiful queer black woman who, and her vantage point and her interests, but also deeply, you know, an expression of truth at this time when so many people are interested in squashing truth. So yeah, there's like this thing. If you're looking for metrics, yo, you do what Fresh and Fit does. You shit on women, or you shit on black people, or you shit on gay people. Or you could flip it, you know, you could find a way, you could find a way to navigate and just flip, but always from a place of like incendiary, like, look at what's happening over there. Look what they're doing. I think we can't help but simplify things when we're looking over there. I think the strongest and most powerful expression of truth is a reflective one, is one that is inward. And if we had more content that was just like expression of truth, I'm not pandering, I'm not bought and paid for, I'm not overdoing it, I'm not selling something, I'm not pushing an agenda. I think it's just a different thing, and I feel like we're doing something like that. we're aiming in that direction, and we'll just keep going and having fun. This has been really dope so far. Nuanced answer. I agree. I'm interested in Dr. Cornel West's anti-establishment ideas. Something needs to change. Correct, Sheba? Yes. Sheba says, I gain strength from thinking, what if navigating through your shame and facing your fears of being seen are the key to freeing someone else? Facts. Natty says, eventually the people will come. Thank you, Natty. Yes, I believe so. What's up? Sheba says, yes. As you build it, they will come. Correct. Yeah, I'm not stressing it, man. We out here, yo. We're doing it. 59th episode. Hello. And we're down to the last 5 minutes. Folks. Oh, man. Thank you for your questions. Sheba says, your support and celebration of me is so damn romantic. Oh, so lucky. Yo, Sheba's back in comedy, y'all, by the way. She took a break. She took a hiatus. She was feeling a little bit, gun shy on the stage, wanted to fall back and have a few more experiences, and she's back. So after we did the show, after we came back from the Seychelles, Sheba we went to a party, and Sheba was the comedian at this sex party, at a play party. It was insane. I was like, yo, people are there to have a little fun, do something else. I don't know, just, have like a 1 minute set, right? Come in and out, bang, bang. Sheba did a solid 10 minutes and crushed. People were dying laughing. Her humor is so funny and off color and a little dark, a little bit probing, she's asking difficult questions, and because of the space, she's smart and clever, added a lot of sexual, pointed to sex and made it weird and made people laugh and made it an interesting evening. So that's the episode. What I want to do is I'm gonna hit you with this song, this new joint I'm working on. I haven't finished doing it yet, but I love this new song. I'm really feeling where it's at, where it's going, and I figured, you know what? In the spirit of challenging myself, I'm about to just spit this joint live here. So Natty and Sheba, you get a special world premiere of my new joint called What's Good. All right, here we go. Is this audio there? Good, here we go. Have fun, yo. Fuck with me on this, all right? Is the audio good? Talk to me, Sheba. Let me know. Wait, is the audio good? Oh, there we go. Okay, here we go. We starting over. That's the rewind joint. Let's get it. Look, what's good? Who wanna know? All these questions when I finish my session, I'm trying to go, Jumping out the whip like Geronimo. How I'm floating off these genius quotes, I never hit the flow. It's clever how I maneuver, I never miss a show. Billy the Bruiser, I pin the whole game in a figure four. Watch me, I'm Godspeed, not no carbon copy. You can't stop or box me in, I stay off beat. I source from the same ground game, I pound softly. Battle me costly, look twice before you cross me. Notice my raw speed, from hero to the dark off-seed. I cross creeds, in London they say I'm nasty. I'm Chomsky with long arm reach, like Charles Barkley. All things plus in between, odd offspring. They jaws freeze, I'm colder than sharp degrees. They cough, wheeze, I got glow particles spinning off me. I put the work in, plus I know my purpose. Avoid absurd persons, the worst, turd Fergusons. I sharpen steel surfaces, real turbulence. My cup bursts with all these blessings, sink the worst it gets. So I had to admit it, listen with clear vision. I picked the dopest thing I could think of and did it. I laugh a lot, but my aim's steady. The weight it is crown heavy. Some shit that leave the average cabbage split it. Get it? Now here's my 2 cents. Really not impressed with you simps. They swear they want bowls, that's ludicrous. I'm ruthless. Bust down doors with swift boot kicks, deuces. Kids stuck on stupid glue sticks. I'm kinda humble, but the truth is I'm fly, plus I do shit. And my wrist froze like goose pimps. I spit these rappers' bones out and roofed it. Kinda stressing about this one thing, but nah, fuck it, I'm good. Yeah, this is I'm gonna figure out what to do with this middle part here. I'm gonna just go back in. What's really good? I'm grateful. A lot's changing, I'm not racing. My next move shifts patterns, I stop pacing. I walk patient, but sometimes you just gotta knock faces. And lately my shots been hitting, I'm off safety. I'm not chasing, catch spike and pop they lead. My pen crazy, y'all too small, you can't play me. I'm takeoff ready, testing the ramp daily, I'm good. Now let the good times roll, 10 toes down, good times foe. This shit is good for my soul, good to go. Y'all hating, okay, good to know, baby. I'm living present, so I'm good how it go. Good gracious, more flows than Mr. Goodbar flavors. My good dangerous, the wife so bad, we wake the neighbors. So what's the good news? I hope you good, if not, you gon' feel good soon. And right now you listening to some good tunes. My good sirs and ma'ams, this the last stanza and my replays just surge demand. My verse is Twilight Zone, I'm serving man. Won't stop till I hit 1,000 grand. This life test is full of diversion scams. Damn, I curve matter when my words expand. Perfect, that's how this thing go round. I'm living good right now, till it's time's up, pencils down. Yo, thank you, yo. Thanks for fucking with me with that, yo. Yo. My man. Thanks, yo, Chim. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm going to work on that. I'm going to put that in the studio and release that. So, appreciate it. That's one of the things coming up. I want to focus on music going forward. Sheeb and I got a new show called Couples Goals coming forward. That's going to be really dope and interesting and creative. You know, I'm also working on Judge Sheba. Watch out for that. That's coming soon too. All right. You think Judge Judy was a problem? All right. Yo, thanks a lot. Take it easy. Good night, y'all. Thanks.